Hello everyone, welcome back to Namalax Bengaluru presents current issue of the day, episode number 161. In today's episode, we will see an important happening that is happening around India's neighborhood. That is, the Resistance Front is now a terrorist organization according to the United States. This may be a very simple news but very significant considering India, Pakistan as well as India-US relations. Now, we will see why it is in news and what is the Resistance Front, and we will see the profile of it and what the India's response was and what is the implications of USA's designation as a terrorist state. So, in syllabus, it comes under GS paper 2 International Relations and GS paper 3 Internal Security. Okay? The context here is the US Department of State designated the Resistance Front, which is a proxy of the Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba as a foreign terrorist organization and specially designated global terrorist following its role in high-profile terrorist attacks in Jammu and Kashmir, including the 2025 Pahalgam attack. So, this is a proxy to the Lashkar-e-Taiba, which was the reason behind Pahalgam terrorist attack. Now they have been recognized as a terror attack or terror organization by the United States as well. So first we will see what is this TRF is about. The Resistance Front. It was formed or established post abrogation of Article 370 in August 2019. It was announced via telegram in October 2019. That is, we are going to resist the abrogation of Article 370, which gave a special status to Jammu and Kashmir. Claimed identity was, it projects itself as a secular indigenous resistance group to attract local legitimacy. Though it is involved in all kind of terror attacks, all kind of terror involvements, it tries to showcase itself or project itself as a secular indigenous resistance group so that it attracts certain legitimacy from the locals. Real identity is it operates as a rebranded arm of the terror organization that is Lashkar-e-Taiba. It was showcased and it is under Pakistan's ISI directive to evade FATF scrutiny. We all have learnt about FATF recently. We learned in our news jar, FATF has started including a new column or new section under its monthly report, that is terror sponsor nations. They started including a terror sponsor nation column or section in their monthly reports, and under this Pakistan was included in this list. As a result, Pakistan has been already included in grey list. As a result, Pakistan had certain economic losses, and now Pakistan is doing that in order to escape this terror sponsor and sanctions on the Pakistan under grey list. They are going for a proxy organizations, that is the Resistance Front. So they are showcasing that we are not sponsoring Lashkar-e-Taiba, instead we are sponsoring TRF. What is TRF? It is a legitimate organization and not a terrorist organization according to the Pakistan. But now this change is going to affect it. What are the key leaders? That is, the current head is Sheikh Sajjad Gul, who is the founder, and second is Muhammad Abbas Sheikh, who was killed in 2021. And who is the head of Lashkar-e-Taiba? That is Muhammad Hafiz. The same Lashkar-e-Taiba which was responsible for 26/11 Mumbai attacks. This has been already recognized as international terror organization by USA as well as United Nations, but now the recognition of this as a terror organization has large implications. Now, what does first we will understand the modus operandi and activities of TRF. The geographic focus, it is active in Kashmir Valley, particularly in the capital city of Jammu Kashmir, that is Srinagar. And the major attacks were in April 2025, the Pahalgam attack where 26 innocent people were killed. And in October 2024, in Ganderbal, 7 civilians were killed. And in 2024 June, Riyasi bus attack happened. As a result, bus flew into the valley and many of the pilgrims who were attending the Amarnath Yatra were killed. And in 2020, Lal Chowk attack was happened, which resulted in 6 deaths. So it is a repeated offender, though it is not directly involved according to themselves, but it is proven that it was one of the major conspirators in these attacks along with Lashkar-e-Taiba. The tactic used here is they focus on urban terrorism, hit and run strikes, digital propaganda and psychological warfare. So they are highly sophisticated institution. They not only go for attacks outright, they are using a smart attack, that is hit and run attack, and also they use digital propaganda to bring more youths under them. Now, so digital propaganda and the radicalization done by TRF was one of the most radicalizing instances of a terror organization. The platforms used was, Kashmir Fight. It disseminates anti-India narrative. It is a social media channel. And then Jhelum Media House, which is a media house present in Jammu Kashmir. It linked to recruitment and coordination. It recruits the youth into terror organization. And then objective is to glorify the militants, radicalize youth and promote local resistance narrative. To showcase militants or terrorists as revolutionary heroes. Through this, they are trying to radicalize the youth. And it is easy to radicalize the youth, especially if they are involved in all kinds of negative activities or involved under all kinds of negative environment. Next, the India's response was that before the USA's response, India has already designated it as a terrorist organization. This organization was banned under UAPA 2023. TRF is classified as a terrorist outfit under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act of 2023. And India also went for UN engagement, that is, India provided evidence of TRF LET links to the United Nations 1267 Sanctions Committee in May 2024. India has also put a diplomatic pressure, that is, India calls out Pakistan's use of proxies at the global forums, especially in FATF and UNSC. What will be the outcomes of calling out Pakistan's use of proxies? It is going to put sanctions on Pakistan, that is FATF sanctions on Pakistan under the grey list. Okay, now this USA's inclusion of TRF as a terror organization is going to have larger implications, and it is in line with India's response. So it is kind of a diplomatic victory to India. The implications is, first, the legal impact, that is the TRF now falls under Section 219 of the Immigration and Nationality Act of USA. It prohibits any kind of material support from the US citizens or the entities, and financial institutions must freeze assets and block transactions. So it is directly hitting the basis of TRF now. Meaning, what is the main source of TRF? How they are able to carry out their activities? That is through the fundings from various citizens. Now this funding is freezed as well. Next, it is also resulting in global isolation, that is encourages other countries to act similarly, that is put TRF as a terror organization or terror outfit, and there will be secondary sanctions may apply to entities continuing to support TRF. The USA can sanction other persons or other people who are supporting the TRF. Here, even the Pakistan might be subjected to sanctions under this act. And also, it provides a strategic signal. This is very important. How the geopolitics is changing here. That is, it reinforces India-USA counter-terrorism cooperation. It undermines Pakistan's attempt to portray Kashmir as a homegrown. Kashmir militancy as homegrown. That is, what Pakistan does is whatever the terror attacks that are happening in Jammu and Kashmir, it is not our issue, or it is not our responsibility. It is not that we are making them commit activities like this. It is their own, that is they are homegrown. They are grown in Jammu and Kashmir. However, with this strategic signal, now it is going to undermine this Pakistan's claim. Instead, it is going to put the blame on Pakistan and holds Pakistan accountable for these kind of attacks. So, in conclusion, the US designation of TRF as an FTO and SDGT is a major step in delegitimizing Pakistan's proxy war strategy in Kashmir. While it strengthens India's diplomatic position globally, effective counterterrorism will still require continuous vigilance, cyber intelligence, and collaborative global efforts to dismantle propaganda networks and financing channels. So this should be the way forward. There should be continuous vigilance, cyber intelligence, and collaborative global efforts, so that we are dismantling the core, that is finances and the propaganda networks. So this is the simple yet very important video or topic which I want to discuss with you. So if you like the video, then please hit the like button, comment on it, and also share with your friends. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and also click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any notification. With this, I will end the video. Jai Hind.